Fantastic. So we're set up for the day. We know we've got calls coming ahead and we're going to go to a head office call. We're going to deal with a retailer who trades directly with us. They have a credit line. They have a certain amount of money that they can borrow from the company to be able to buy product from you. So, Pestatma. What does Pestatma stand for? Preparation, evaluation, settle account, take stock, unpromoted lines, promoted lines, merchandising, and administration. So why do we follow those 8 steps in that structure? Well, the first 6 steps are all about the natural flow of information between 2 people making a decision. In this case, it's the seller and the buyer. Building up a clear story for why the product that you're recommending should be bought by the retailer for their shoppers. Selling in product and selling it out. The 7th step, merchandising, is where your expertise in being able to help the retailer sell out your product comes to the fore. And the final and 8th step is all about capturing everything we've done in that call in administration, usually on something like this. The 7-step process, Pepatma, is all about working with a retailer within a store to help them sell product out. There's very little selling in this call. That's all done at head office. They don't have an account with you. But what you're able to do is to recommend the right products that they can order from their head office, from their inventory, from their distribution centre, or from their wholesaler to make sure that their shopper has the right product in their store. Pepatma, preparation, evaluation, promoted lines, unpromoted lines, settle account, merchandising, administration. Pepatma. Again, the first 5 are to do with the structure of communication, just an information exchange. The 6th is about merchandising. And this is really important in this call because, again, you're the expert in this call to help them sell the product out. And then finally, it's all about the administration. Many of you have been trained in sales, the ability to overcome objections. You'll have heard the phrase selling benefit sequence. QPMPS, the 5 key areas that a retailer needs hard, quality information on to be able to make a decision. Those 5 are quality of your product, price of your product, the movement of your product, how quickly it sells, profit and service. And that M in terms of movement is the single most important one we're going to deal with. Let me take you back to the top. When a retailer buys a product from you, they're looking at the quality of your product in relation to every other product they're buying in your sector. Now, you don't have to have the highest quality product or the lowest quality product, but what you have to have is a product that sits naturally with its price point and sits in the offering for the shopper in the right way for that shopper. I'll explain that later. The P is price. That's both the price you're selling at to the retailer and the price the shopper will buy. Again, it's just got to be right for the quality of that product. If it's a large format item and it's expensive, the quality must be high because it's got a high price. If it's a high volume item that moves quickly, it's a bit cheaper, it doesn't matter if the price is low and the quality can be a bit lower. It's all about making sure that that ratio is right. M is for movement, and movement is the single most important thing that you must be able to evidence to a retailer for them to buy your product. Here's the thing, retailers will take a low quality product at a poor price and a poor margin, a poor profit. But what they won't do is have products sit in their stores that doesn't sell. Movement means selling. So the key thing that you have to be able to do is evidence that your product moves. We'll come back to M because M, in terms of movement, sell-through, is the most powerful way that you can overcome a classic objection to do with space. You in sales will have heard time and time again, I love your product, but I've got no space. Movement is the way to overcome that space objection. We'll come back to it. P is profit. Every retailer must be able to make a profit on the product that you sell, the difference between the price that you sell to them and the price that they sell to the shopper. Now, it can be very high margin, very high profit if it's a slow moving item and a luxurious item, or it can be very low margin profit, but it's very fast moving. Again, it doesn't much matter as long as you know what the right profit margin for the volume of the product that you're selling is. Understand if it's a high volume, low profit, or a low volume, high profit. As long as you understand that and can communicate that to your retailer, you'll be able to overcome the profit objections. And the final letter is S, and S stands for service, and that's you. That's you and your company. People will buy fast-moving products that are great quality with huge profit margins and then stop buying them if the service is bad. If your company says it has a 24-hour order turnaround, have a 24-hour order turnaround. Don't say it's 24 and have 48. If you say that you'll have sale on return, if the product doesn't sell, you'll take it back, then have sale on return. Don't argue with the retailer when they want to ship back product and you say you don't want it back. Your service, the way you run your business, the way that you provide your service, the way you support your products is crucial. Fantastic service companies will outsell companies with some of the strongest brands. When you learn these 3 acronyms and apply them to your role each day, it'll get easier and easier. The natural structure will come. I've been using them for years. I've trained them for years and it just works. Now, it doesn't matter if you forget a couple of the steps. There's enough of the structure of the call to make sure that you're cool, calm, collected and able to explain and communicate with the retailer about your products.